Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi everyone. Hey, my students who are now in Medina. How are you guys? Hopefully you're doing great. Okay, so in this meeting, actually, I will cover two chapters at the same time. Yeah, so it will be inshallah short. Yeah, inshallah it will be less than 30 minutes. Okay, so anyway, before I start, if you have your English book with you at the moment, yeah, you may please take it out. Yeah, and then you can go to chapter 5, and then we're going to discuss it together. And then along the way we're moving to the next chapter until chapter 6. Okay, so I will only explain the most important topic or material in this chapter, so that's why I believe it's going to be really short. Okay, so let's move on. Let's start um, from lesson one. So in this lesson one, you're going to look at a topic. Yeah, we're going to discuss a topic related to survival. Survival. What is survival? In Indonesia, we call it as bertahan hidup. Yeah. So sometimes you are in a situation where you need to survive because maybe you've got an accident. Yeah. Maybe you are stranded. Maybe you are somewhere you don't know. And then you need to survive in order to get out of the place. Okay. So you have to at least um, prepare your mental, yeah, your psychological, your psychology, and then not only that, but also you have to prepare some stuff that's going to help you survive in the wild, in the nature. Okay, so sometimes people go, they want to they want to test themselves. Yeah, they want to test if they can survive in the nature. Yeah, of course, before doing so, they need some thing to help them. They need some things to help them. Yeah, they need kits and etc. Okay, so look at the photo in front of you. So, what do you think is the situation that the man is, in at the moment? If it were you, yeah, how could you survive in this kind of situation? How do you think? What do you think that the most important things for survival are? Yeah, what do you think the most important thing in surviving in survival according to you? Okay, you can pause the video and you can think for that. All right, all right. Let's continue. So now you're looking at a short paragraph about tips to survive, how to survive. Yeah. So I give you 2 minutes to read the entire, to read the paragraph. Yeah. You can pause the video if you like. Yeah. And then we'll discuss it together. Okay. Now you can pause your video. So, according to the article, the paragraph here, yeah, there are some important things that you must pay attention to when you want to survive in the nature, right? First, it says that you need to, uh, prepare some stuff, all right? And there is also this term called rule of three. Rule of three. Yeah. What is rule of three precisely? Look at here. Three means that a human, yeah, cannot eat. They can survive without eating for 3 weeks. Yeah, human can survive without drinking for 3 days, and we can survive without taking a breath only for 3 minutes. Well, some people, according to this article, can breathe, yeah, can hold their breath over 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes, but it's not usual. So it's very rare case, and of course, it requires what? Yes, practice and training. But overall, in general, we can only breathe no more than 3 minutes. Okay, there are some vocabularies here highlighted in yellow. Okay, you can go to Google Translate or Google online dictionary to find out, to look up for the meaning of these words, to look up the meanings of these words. Okay, next. Now look at the photos here. These are some kits, some tools, some objects that may be helpful, yeah, when you're doing survival, when you are trying to survive in nature. Okay. Now, also, there is an audio here that I'm going to play, that I will play, okay? And then try to make notes on each item from above. What should you write? Well, you want to write what these objects are, the names of these objects, and then write down how is it useful for our surviving, kits. Yeah. Okay, you can listen to this audio. Okay,
Unit 5, 5.1.
So, what do you think is useful in a survival situation?
What do you mean? Like being in the desert?
Yes, or on a mountain in the snow, that sort of thing.
Well, in the desert, the most important thing is to have enough water. So I think a water bottle is the most useful.
Yes, I agree.
What about being lost? You need something to find your way.
Definitely. The best thing is a GPS.
What's that?
GPS is short for Global Positioning System. It's a gadget that tells you where you are. It has a map, and you can ask it for directions.
Sounds good.
The only problem is when the batteries run out.
Maybe a map is better. I mean, a paper map.
You need a compass as well, though.
That's true. And they're really hard to use. What about in the mountains? What do you need when it's really cold?
I think a lighter is really useful. You can start a fire and keep warm.
Good idea. You can also cook and boil water.
How about sleeping?
Yes, I think a mat is important too. You can lie down and rest and not get wet.
You mean like a rubber mat?
Yes, it rolls up and you can carry it with you.
Sounds good.
okay. So after you hear this, audio, after you've heard this audio, okay, um, now hopefully you know what these objects are. Okay, their names. The first one is water bottle. Okay, the second one is GPS. GPS stands for Global Positioning System. Yeah, and then C is a lighter, and the last one is mats or sleeping mats. Okay, or rubber mats. Okay, so now look at this. Look at the screen. Okay, you want to imagine. You want to imagine. Okay, that you are in a survival situation. Okay, just like in this picture. So, for example, you are stranded in an island, and I think nobody lives there. Yeah, nobody lives in that island. Okay, so how do you survive in that kind of situation? Now look at also the table below. Yeah, the table below. Now you want to list, yeah, items that you may need, that you're going to need during the survival. Okay, you can mention what items you like. Yeah, you can mention water bottle maybe, you can mention rubber mats maybe, or anything. Okay, and then after that, tell the reason. Yeah, why or what is it used for? Okay, and why is it useful? And after that, you want to prioritize, make a prioritize, yeah, make a priority So which item is the most important from the list item, or maybe order the items starting from the most important until the least important. Yeah. Um, in this case, one is the highest or the most important. Okay. So after doing that, okay, you may want to do the exercise that will be in the same section in this and in where you find this link, okay, or this video in Google Classroom. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic. Lesson 2, okay, grammar. Now we're talking about grammar, okay? Grammar or tata bahasa, okay? Prediction, okay? Now look at the picture in front of you. What do you think the future will be? Have you ever thought about the future, guys? Yes, now you're still young, teenagers, maybe you have a concern about your future, but have you ever thought about it? Okay, now look at these sentences below. The first one, robots will be smarter than humans. What do you think? Do you think they will be smarter than us? Number two, people will live on Mars. Do you think we can live on Mars? Or we will live on Mars? C, there will be railway between Russia and the USA. Okay, what do you think? D, all cars will run on hydrogen or rechargeable batteries. What do you think about this? Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to think and to, ask yourself, maybe to have a conversation with yourself to discuss these four, statements, these four predictions. Now, why do we want to bring up this topic about prediction? Because you want to learn how to predict. Yeah, how to predict, how to say prediction in English. Okay. But before doing so, I would like you to listen to this audio. Yeah, it's about a program. It's a program, and the program talks about the future. Okay, so while listening to this audio, I want everyone to answer these questions. Okay, um, note that I will only play the audio once. Okay, but in order to answer these questions, you can simply go to the same link as you find this, presentation, this video on Google Classroom, and then I will insert a link in there where you can click and do the exercise, which I've already provided for everyone to do. Okay, so please listen carefully.
5.2.
This week, we are looking at technology and how it will change the way we live. First, we're going to look at robots, and then we'll look at the possibility of living on another planet and the role robots might play. So, first, robots. Robots are basically computers that act like human beings. They are already quite clever, and one man thinks that one day these robots will be cleverer than humans. Raymond Kurzweil is a director at Google, and he says that by 2029, computers will understand language. They will make jokes and tell stories better than we can. They will read all our emails and everything we type. Then, they will use this information to learn about us and the way we think. Kurzweil says these computers will know the answer to your question before you've asked it. But will these robots be safe? Some people are frightened about having very clever robots. But Kurzweil isn't worried. He says the robots won't be dangerous. They will be our best friends. So what about living on another planet, and how will robots help? For many years, humans have dreamed of going to Mars, but it's not been possible for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's a very long journey. Experts predict it will take about 7 months, and of course the planet could be dangerous. Some people think the red sand that covers Mars is poisonous to humans. But now, a project called Mars One plans to send 24 astronauts to live there. When Mars One advertised the project, over 200,000 people applied to be the first astronauts. But how will they survive? First, Mars One will send robots to test the planet and make sure it is safe. Then, The robots will prepare a home for the astronauts with shelter, food, and water. Finally, in 2027, the 4 astronauts will land on Mars and start their new life. But the astronauts have made a very big decision, because the big news about this trip is this: the astronauts won't be able to come home.
Okay, so what do you think about the program? Yeah. So tell me your thought. Okay. All right. Now, you want to answer these questions later. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next slide. Okay. Now, as you have listened to the programs, yeah, to the audio. Okay. So the speaker said the sentence with the word will. Most of the time she did. Yeah. Okay. The word will and will not. So we use will and will not to predict the future. Okay. We use will and will not to predict the future. Okay. In Indonesia, the word will simply means akan. When we say akan, yeah, that means we predict what's going to happen in the future. All right. Listen, because you predict it, okay, so it's not 100% um, you know, correct or true. Maybe it's false, maybe it's wrong, right? So who knows the future? Okay, so since you don't know the future, that means you're not sure if it will happen or not. So you can have your own thought. You can predict whatever you like, you know. So it doesn't have to be, correct, or maybe it doesn't have to be true in the future, because who knows, right? So we use will with you know, participle verb. So not participle verb. I use will with infinitive verb. Yeah. So infinitive verb simply verb one atau verb satu in Indonesia. Okay. It's a verb without any endings. Okay. Without any endings. Ed, ing, s, or etc. So for example, I say, will you get married and have children when you're older? You can answer these questions because it's your prediction. Yeah. um Maybe you say, I will get married, but I will not have many children, or I won't have many children. So it's up to you. Next, what will happen in the future? Will the people live on Mars? Well, I don't know. It's your own thought, it's your own prediction. Maybe you think, no, I don't think that will happen. It's up to you. So look at the words in bold. The will, yeah. Or will can also be shortened, can be written in a, together with subject, yeah. So you make it shorter, so you write apostrophe and double l, so you pronounce it as ul. You say I'll, will, she'll, yeah, and then they'll, and etc. Okay. You say will not, you can combine will and not, you can contract will and not, yeah, by saying won't means will not atau tidak akan terjadi. Okay. Now make your own example. Okay, so I have prepared the quiz here, yeah, number 1 until number 6, but you will not but you will be, answering this exercise again, yeah, via the link that I will be inserted along with this video. Okay, now we can continue again to the next slide. Lesson 3. Okay, we're moving to chapter 6 now. If you still have your book with you, now I want you to go to chapter 6. Yeah, in chapter 6, we are talking about technology. I believe you're good at technology, okay, because it's everywhere now. It's common here. Yeah, it's common in our life now. Technology, and it's advanced, and it's been advancing. Yeah, over the past few years. Okay. Now look at these pictures here. There are 3 pictures here: A, B, and C. Do you know what is are these pictures called? These inventions called, or these gadgets are? Atau disebut? called. Okay, so the first one, A. Do you know what is it? Yeah, I think it's very common. Yeah. B. You know what is it? Don't you? And the last one, C. So what do you think it is? So A is a QR code. Yeah, QR code is used uh, for payment. B, it's a quadcopter, or maybe also known as drone. Yeah, drone. And then the last one is 3D printer. Okay, these are inventions. So now try to read these explanations of the previous photos and try to label them. So here you see, guys, three explanations of the previous inventions, the previous pictures. Yeah. Now try to read the explanation and also try to match the explanation with the invention. Okay. It's very small and light and can fly. So, what is it exactly? Number two, this idea first started in Japan for car making. Now you can find them everywhere, for example, in shops. What is it? And the last one, this is a printer that makes objects in 3D. I bet you know this one. Okay, so happy doing, happy reading. Now let's move on to the next slide. Now, what do you call these inventions? And what are they for? Okay, I give you 2 minutes to think or to look at the pictures carefully and form your opinion, form your own thought or opinion in your head. Okay, you don't have to do anything, except thinking. What do you call the first one? A. I believe we see this everywhere, almost every time. What is this? It's a barcode. Okay. B. Well, the same as A. We use this all the time. We have seen all the time. Most of device, yeah, cannot work, cannot function without these items. What is this? It's batteries, of course. And then C. Yeah, it's inside our phone. It's used to keep our number. It's used to catch signal. It's a SIM cards. The number D or D is solar panels. You know this one? Well, I'm not sure it's very common for us, yeah, but some of the people use the solar panels as an alternative, yeah, to gain power, to get energy. Okay, and the last one is E. It's they're called light bulbs. You know this one, yeah. It's a lamp. It's simply lamps. So we use this in a dark room to make it bright. To make it bright, yeah. So light bulbs are used to illuminate or to light up a dark room. So you know these inventions, right? So which one do you think the most important? Is it batteries, barcodes, SIM cards, solar panels, and light bulbs? Okay, I'll let you think. Next. So now we're moving to, we're talking about the same thing, will. We're talking about the same will as previous. Um, when you, when in the previous discussion, we use will in order to predict the future. Yeah. In this case, so this time we use will in order to offer help. Offer help, menawarkan bantuan. Yeah. If people tell their problems to you and you know it and you think you can help them, you can say will in order to offer help, menawarkan bantuan. Okay. The structure is pretty much the same as the will function, the same as the previous function, yeah, using will as for prediction. So pretty much the same, only context that makes it different. For example, somebody tells their problem to you, for example, yeah, contoh, oops, I'm so hungry. and I would like to buy food, but I don't bring my wallet. I left my wallet at home. And then, after hearing that, you will respond like this: no problem, I will lend my money so you can buy food. You say, I will or I'll lend my money. So you say, I will, not to talk about your prediction, but you say that to offer a help to this person. So will used for giving or offering a help. Okay, so normally we say will in shortened form. I'll, will. Yeah, in order to offer a help, to make it more, common in conversation. Okay, it's more common. Yeah, you say it's more natural. Yeah, so I'll lend you my money. Yeah, or maybe, well, I'll give some of my food for you. Okay, so this is will for offer help. So below, there's an exercise, okay, that you should do. Yeah, just complete the sentences with the phrases in the box or from the box. Yeah, and then we will discuss together. Anyway, just like the previous one, you may want to do it in the separate link. Okay, not from this one. Yeah, you don't want to give a comment. No, you just simply go to the link, and then this exercise will be there. Okay, for you to do. Okay, and that's it uh, for now. Yeah, because we've already covered two chapters. It's very short, right? Yes, it's only limited. Yeah, it's very limited because it's not possible for us to explore more features in the book. During the situation. Yeah, while you are away from me. Yeah, you should be in the class to explore more the feature discussion of this book. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I think that's it for this opportunity. Yeah, so hopefully you have a great time in there in Medina. Yeah, so be serious. Yeah, whatever you do there, but don't forget to have fun as well. Yeah, so good luck for you guys. That's it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.